Nice County Talk. I'm going to start this video by saying Merry Christmas to all of our viewers. Me and Tom appreciate the support that you've shown us over the whole time that we've done the channel, but especially over this year. You know, we've had a big rise in following and views, so thank you for that. And another thing before I go into the preview, we did a Pavers Perspective podcast with Charlie Slater yesterday. It's really interesting. You know, he goes into sort of, you know, he's behind the scenes and what he sees from Ardley and some of the players. So if you've not checked that out already, go check that out because it is an interesting watch, even if I do say so myself. But yeah, on to the preview. It's a Boxing Day fixture, 3 p.m. kickoff against Kings Lynn. It's away. I think this is it now, you know, coming off the back of two great wins. Obviously Morpeth in the cup, we progress on, and Stockport, it's time for us to now show, you know, this is what we're about. And we're going to start winning a lot of games and, you know, get a good lead together of wins and start climbing the table. Well, we're third now, but I feel we can really push on now and get that first place spot. So I'll hand over to Tom now for stats and place to watch.
Just before we go into the stats, Merry Christmas to all fans watching this video. Whether you're watching it on Christmas Day, I hope you're having a fantastic day, or if you're watching it Boxing Day just for kick-off, I hope you had a great day yesterday and you're more ready for Notts to try and take all 3 points. So going into the stats for the sides, very different. Notts sit in third place on 23 points and not only 9 behind Torquay with a game in hand. Now, I don't think Torquay will keep up their good form. They have been fantastic this season, but I think they will start to falter. We saw it with the loss against Dagenham. I think they are going to drop off, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Sutton, who are just above Notts, drop off also. Kings Lynn sit in 19th with 14 points, so not a massive gap between the teams in terms of points, and they are 6 above the relegation zone. So I think that works in Notts' favour. I always feel when we play a team that are above the relegation zone, we sometimes struggle to get the win. They obviously pushing to try and get away from that danger area, but 6 points is a sizable gap. I also, when looking at the table, just emphasises how poor the result was against Dover. I mean, they sit rock bottom. I think they've scored 6 goals. So frustrating. But put those results behind us, because then we've gone and got results, haven't we? Like Chesterfield, Sutton, Stockport. Kings Lynn have conceded 30 goals so far this season. I saw a crazy stat a couple of weeks ago that if they carried on, obviously their rate of conceding has slowed a bit, but if they'd have carried on, they'd have conceded something like 140 goals over the whole season, which is mind-blowing. Obviously that, well, not obviously, but I don't think that's going to happen. But we know they're shaky at the back. Only Barnet have conceded more with 32. And on the complete flip side, Notts have the second best defence in the division. Only conceded 12 goals in 13 games. So literally a complete flip side. The stats suggest this game should only go one way. I'm not 100% sure that it will. We just have to hope. You know, with Notts you can never ever say that something's going to happen. I thought there's a few games this season that I would have bet my house on as winning. The Maidenhead, for example, and we've thrown it away. Looking at the form as well, no win in the last 3 league games for Kings Lynn, scoring 1 and conceding 6. So not fantastic. Players to watch out for then. I've really only got 2 players to watch out for this week. The first is Adam Marriott. Now he's got 28 goals last season and really was instrumental in helping them to get promoted. Absolute star man. Scoring left, right and centre. Really good. He's got 4 this season. It's obviously there's been a step up. Things are different. I've noticed a lot of the former strikers that have been in the goals, your Reece Murphys and players like that, have just dropped off a bit this season. I don't know whether it's anything to do with the lack of fans, or I'm not sure, but they're not as free scoring. There's only a few in the league that actually are. Kyle Wootton being one of them, I think I'll put him in that category. So Adam Marriott, got to watch out for a goal scorer. And the other is Jordan Richards. Now, it's a name Notts fans should know, obviously formerly at Notts. He's been in and out of the team, but at the moment he seems to be in favour with the Kings Lynn manager. Now, we'll just have to see how he will perform if he plays, and they are my 2 players to watch out for.
Moving on to team news. Now, 2 quite big parts of team news that came out earlier on in the week were that Cal Roberts and McCrory are going to undergo surgery. McCrory is going to be on his other knee that he didn't have an operation on in lockdown because he's already had any operation, obviously whilst in lockdown. So he could be out for quite a while. I think he could be up to 10 to 12 weeks. Cal Roberts is having quite a minor surgery. I think as it stands now, the surgery has happened, but it was on his stomach lining, so it was like the starting of a hernia, I believe, from what I understood of it. So if all goes well, you know, there's a good chance that he could be back in the middle of January. So that would be great for us, because to add, you know, the strength of Kyle Roberts to a squad that's already firing and winning and defending very well, we could have a very dangerous squad. So, you know, even McCrory as well, it'd be good to see them both back. So hopefully, you know, they're both back to fitness soon and we see them in the lineup. So yeah, like I say, that takes me on to our lineup. In goal, Slocum, Hicks himself, fantastic player, fantastic keeper, asset to the squad, I think, as well. Right back, Brindley, not going to expand too much on that. Centre backs, Rawlinson and Turner. Left back, Dion Kelly-Evans. That back four, you cannot change it. You look at the amount of goals we've conceded in our last 7 or 8 games. I think it's 1 goal, and we played Stockport, who are freely scoring, and we've played some good teams so far this season. So to be at that defensive record to where we were, you know, they're a credit to them. So, and if you did watch the Pavers Perspective podcast, you'll see that Charlie Slater actually gave Kelly-Evans his player of the season so far. So it's quite interesting, especially saying that me and Tom really like Kelly-Evans. But yeah, further on at the pitch, so we've gone for a 4-2-3-1. Reeves and Doyle. I mean, you can't really change it. They've played every minute in the league. Matty Wolf, you know, he's given them a bit of a problem because he played really well against Morpeth. Can I see Ardy changing it? No, I can't. So I think Reeves and Doyle sitting in front of the back four. In front of those two, so the 3, Walker, Ruben Rodriguez, and Enzio. I think those 3 against a Kings Lynn side that we should be looking to pick 3 points up against is going to be so dangerous and creative. I think it's going to be one of those games where we can get a big result. I'm not going to say we're going to get a big result from it in my prediction, because I've predicted a few big results this season and it's come back to sting me. But, you know, Ruben, Walker and Enzio are all massively creative players, and, you know, you're looking at the way they're doing, like the high press when they're defending. All 3 of those players, more so your Enzios and Ruben Rodriguez, the defending wise, because they've just been brilliant this season, so I can't really fault them for that. And up top, nobody else, Kyle Wootton. Fantastic player, gives it his all. He's had a good few goals this season, and he's also getting some assists together. So a very selfless striker in his own right, and he's having a great season. I'm hesitant to leave Sam out because he is a great presence on the pitch and he's a fantastic player. But I do think he's a really good player to bring on in a game. You know, legs are going to be tired. To bring on a big player like himself, he's strong, he's fairly quick as well. It's going to cause problems for the opposition. So I think he's a good player to have on the bench for now. So yeah, that is our lineup. My prediction is going to be 2-0 Knots. I'm not going for a massive win. I think 2-0 is fair. I think we just need to hit that run of form now, going into Christmas like we did last season, and it will spur us on then for the rest of the season, and hopefully good things are coming.
Now, the result, I spoke with Charlie Slater on the podcast yesterday that was released, and it's made me even more positive an Knots fan. The way he spoke about Ardley and his commitment, passion, dedication, tireless work to get tactics spot on. I feel really, really positive about this game, and I think Knots are going to win. We play Kings Lynn at home in a few weeks, maybe even next week. And if this was the home game now, I'd be going for quite a comprehensive win. That's no disrespect to Kings Lynn. I'd be going for a 3 or a 4. As it's the away, I think it's going to be a 2-0, but I hope I'm right. We're going a comfortable 2-0. I think we'll get a couple of early goals and then just see the game out. Not be too offensive because we've got the lead. I think Ardley will play it perfectly. I think we're going to keep marching up the table, and this Christmas period is going to be vitally important. I'm going to go for Wootton to score and also Reeves, because he has been coming closer and closer, and I think he's going to get one. So I would love to know what you think the score will be, your lineup prediction, or anything else you want to let us know about the game. And let's hope Notts can pick up those vital 3 points in the race for promotion.